and they come home at 4:30. You came home at 4:30, in fact, with bullet holes in the car. Correct?
Correct.
Everybody that's come home with bullet holes, everybody's come home with bullet holes in their car, raise your hand. Okay. I think are really important here. You say she keeps bringing up the past, right?
Correct.
But haven't you had serious problems with alcohol in the past?
Yeah.
And haven't you introduced alcohol into the present?
Once or twice, yes.
Once or twice. You said you drink almost every day.
I mean, problem as far as making it a problem.
So haven't you bridged the past to the present?
To a point, yes.
And doesn't that then make sense that she would have all of those bad memories and all of those bad feelings of 30 minutes, 4:30, bullet holes in the car, son left unsupervised, belligerent, drunk episodes? And listen, whether you do this for her or whether you don't, you need to hear what I'm saying. You got an alcohol problem, okay? I've just listed a few instances, but you know we've talked to y'all at length. I've got a detailed history in your own words and your own reporting and your own acknowledgments as well as yours. You got a drinking problem. And to me, if you're living with someone that has an alcohol or drug addiction, that's a deal breaker. It's a drop-dead deal breaker. Because you're not dealing with Dave, you're dealing with the chemical. You're dealing with the alcohol. Now, you were naive and thought, okay, I'll fix him. I'll fix him. You know, he went to treatment, he made me a promise, it'll be okay, we get married. But you never meant that when you said it, did you? You never really believed that you'd never drink anymore? You never really agreed that you had the problem that she thought you had?
Mm-hmm.
So you just went through the motions, right? Okay, so now you're married and you're saying you don't want this anymore, right? You don't want him drinking anymore.
Right. And I have told him that I will stop. I will not have a glass of wine at a barbecue. I will not drink at Christmas
No, you're
time.
right. You should be able to do what you want to because you don't have the problem. I just don't think you ought to go drinking with him. Okay, where unless he agrees that he's not going to drink and you are going to have a glass of wine. I agree. You do what works. You see, you do what works. And you need to have the understanding here that you're either going to draw a line in the sand or you're not. This is something, look, whether you think it's psychological or you think it's physical or whatever, some people just can't drink. I've got them in my family. They just can't drink. And it just is what it is. And you've got to make a decision whether you're going to get real about that or you're going to destroy this marriage. Because you don't look very happy about this drinking.
No, I'm not.
Are you willing to continue to put up with it?
No. No.
Because
I was done putting up with it a long time ago. I make excuses for him.
is she right or is she wrong? You have a problem or don't you?
Yeah. I mean,
Don't tell me what I want to hear. I'm just asking.
the past tense before we got married, what I thought it was the fact that irresponsible choices that I made when I was drinking. I mean, I made irresponsible choices when I wasn't drinking, you know? It's not just that, but I don't make those irresponsible choices now.
Yeah, but you don't go throw gas on a fire, right? You say, I tend to make irresponsible choices, and it's worse when I drink.
Yes.
Thus, the bullet holes, 4:30 in the morning. I mean, come on. It doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure this out.
Mm-hmm.
And I just have to tell you, my attitude about this is if you drink, you leave. It's just that simple. You've got to get help, and you've got to make a commitment to it, and you've got to take it out of your life. And if you don't, it's going to destroy this marriage. I know that you're thinking, how can you know that so quick? I've been doing this. Isn't the first day I've done this. You're not the first alcoholic I've talked to. You're not the first couple that's had this in their marriage that I've talked to. For you, you can't choose whether he does this or not. What you can choose is what you subject yourself to. And in my view, it is a deal breaker. You either stop drinking and get help and get in treatment and do the things that you have to do, or this deal is headed for the rocks. I'm just, not because I said it, but I'm just telling you what I see. Will you consider that? First off, I don't think you have the right to quit this marriage at this point, because I think that you have to earn your way out of it if you're going to get out of it. And that means you have to be willing to turn over every stone with yourself and with Ben. Is this something about you that you just can't connect? Wouldn't you hate to get rid of Ben and get into the next one and find out the common denominator is you?
Yes.
And that you had a great guy that loved you a lot, but you, for some reason, couldn't experience, because of something in you, what you wanted to experience with another person. And then you found out, well, I went through Ben and Bob and Tom before I figured out it was me. I could have hung on to a great guy that loved me and had amazing patience.
Yep.
Amazing patience.
Oh, I know he does.
And you are a very patient person, right? And you do love her. So you got to work it out. But I'm going to tell you that I don't believe that you're doing this out of sensitivity to Ben. I don't think you have the right to string him along.
No, I don't either.
I think you've got to get the guts to either do the work and get in this marriage, or do the work and find out that you owe it to him to let him go. Because you're burning daylight for him. Now, he loves you too much to tell you that. I don't. So I'm telling you what he is too kind to tell you right now, and that is you don't have the right to waste his life.
Oh, I know.
So you either got to get involved here and figure out what's wrong with you or with the two of you, and either get in or get out. But you got to do the work first. Is it just unrealistic expectancies? Mm-hmm. And what you have is really pretty solid? It's just not this fantasy you're looking for? Or is there something wrong chemistry-wise between the two of you? And don't you want to know that? I mean,
It would be nice to know.
I mean, if in fact she said, I don't love you, I'll never love you, wouldn't you rather know that today than a year from now?
Yeah.
If I give you, as a couple, some specific things to do over a 2-week period, it takes a lot of work and a lot of effort and a lot of time, will you do it? Mm-hmm. And if you get to the point when you honestly can say, I can't give you what you deserve, are you going to have enough integrity to step up and say so?
Definitely.
Because what you're doing now is you feel it and then guilt takes over.
Yeah,
And you
I feel
feel it and then
bad.
guilt takes
Yeah.
over. And so what you're doing is you're staying to ease your guilt, not as a kindness to Ben. Correct?
No, I'm feeling, because I feel bad for, like, I just want to give him another, he asked me to give him another chance, and I say, okay, yes. But yeah, it is, I guess it is using my guilt. Yeah.
How many chances do you want? If she does the work and looks at you clear in the eye, and you're going to do this with her, y'all going to talk about some very important things that you should have done before you got married and didn't do, that I'm going to give you something to walk you through. It's a book I've written. It's called Relationship Rescue. It's very, very specific. There are some very specific things in there you need to do. You don't even need to read the book. There are just some specific things you need to do. And I want you to do it chapter and verse. And if at the end of that time she says, look, we just have no future, do you want to know that?
Yes.
All right. Well, Jeff, what's your take on this?
That's true. I do get frustrated.
You say nothing is yours, you have nothing. You've said that
Yes, sir.
to her in a fight.
Yes, sir.
Just nothing is yours, you're just here because I let you be here.
Correct.
You spend money without asking. You say, I'm only here because of the child. You've said that.
Yes, sir.
You cooked and cleaned and helped with laundry before the marriage, but now you stopped all that. You don't do that at all.
Well, I don't cook. I work nights, and I'm in graduate school, and I work part-time too, as not only full-time. And I don't cook. I help with the laundry when I can.
So how do you feel when he says nothing is yours, I'm only here because of the child, and
It makes me feel awful, like less than a person.
you said you've only had sex, what, twice in 6 months?
Yes.
I don't know how you pulled that off. Seriously. I mean, how do you, my question is, I watch people that they merge two lives together, like you guys have done, and that's not easy. There's a pain of adjustment when you merge two lives together. I mean, it's give and take. But when you do it in such a way that is demeaning and humiliating to your partner, they don't feel real lovey-dovey. And that's where you are at this point, right?
Correct. In the beginning of our relationship, I'd come home from work and dinner would be made, and he would lay out our clothes. He would have a bubble bath ready for me.
Things have changed. Just there's so much stress in this relationship right now. When we first started dating, there was no problems whatsoever.
Well, I'm talking to Jeff and Jonna about the first year of marriage. Man, it's tough. Marriage is tough, and the first year can be among the worst because it's the pain of adjustment. Jonna says that it's been the hardest time in her life, and Jeff says he can't believe marriage is this much work. What did y'all expect?
Honestly, I thought it would just be a smooth transition, and the only thing that changed would be last names. I mean, we never fought, we never, nothing, and everything has changed.
Well, what do you predict if you continue, if this short list gets twice as long, the next time I see you, giving money, taking it back, nothing is yours, you have nothing, I won't consult you about money, which means you're not a partner, I'm only here because of the child. Where do you think this will be a year from now?
Separated, divorced.
Well, so what do we got to do here? What do you want?
I want him to have respect for me and consult me in decisions he makes. I want to be a wife. I want to be there for him.
Did you feel that way before?
When we lived together, yes.
Okay, but then you think the wheels came off when you quit working?
Yes.
Is that true?
Kind of. And, it's not the working part because I provide for her, It's just, so what if something happens to me? What's she going to fall back on if something happens to me? I worry about that every day.
Yeah. And what would you do if something happened to him? I guess you'd get a job, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
She'd be rich, so
Yeah.
she had a lot of money. But
Yeah, that's what would happen.
I'd like her to go to school and finish because she's very smart.
Okay, and that's fine, and you can tell her that, and you can hopefully inspire her about that. But telling her nothing is yours, you have nothing, I only tolerate you because of the child, does that really get your academic juices flowing? I'm just saying you're going at this the wrong way. Look,
Right.
Relationships are negotiated. You guys need to sit down and negotiate. If you have a problem with her values or what she's doing, then you need to say so and talk about those, but you don't handle that by insulting her character. And I have a question for you. How much fun do you think you are to live with?
Probably not that much fun.
I mean, really, is that what you want?
No.
I mean, don't y'all want to have fun and share some goals and some dreams and some things you can both buy into?
Yes.
And that's what changed when we got married. That all stopped for some reason.
For some reason.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, you have nothing kind of turns the old conversation.
Right.
You know, and
Yes,
I
sir.
don't know if you meant that or you were just angry or whatever, but this